In the world of theme parks, it's not completely uncommon to get into a theme park and then realize, oh, I forgot something in the car or back at the hotel. Or maybe you have a small child that you need to take a midday break with for a nap and head back to the park afterwards. It's never a big deal and not something that most people ever think about. But SeaWorld in Orlando has decided that they are going to institute a no re-entry policy. So we're going to talk about that in an article here and give some thoughts on it. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic, and we'll get right into this article here. So like I said, it says here, Orlando. This is from Theme Park Insider. Orlando theme park tries a no reentry policy, and this theme park is SeaWorld Orlando, has implemented a rare policy for major theme parks: no reentry. It says that's right. Once you pass through the gates into SeaWorld Orlando today, there would be no coming back if you exited. Our Russell Mayor noticed the no reentry signs while at the park this morning, and then our friend and colleague Matt Roseboom posted a photo of it. And in it, he says, "Excuse me, but what the heck are they thinking here?" I did see that this was all over Twitter X. If you're ever on there, it was all over there the other day. It says, "I can't recall encountering a no re-entry policy at a major theme park outside of after hours or private party special events such as grad nights. Today was the first day of the park's pass holder previews for the new Penguin Trek roller coaster, but SeaWorld has staged plenty of pass holder events over the years without such a restriction. Without re-entry prohibited, that means that you are stuck inside the park for all meals and would need to purchase a replacement for anything you forgot back in your car. And forget about taking a mid-afternoon break back in the hotel in today's 94-degree heat as well." So far, no one seems to have gotten an explanation from the park for the policy change or a confirmation if this is a new permanent switch or just a one-time trial. Now, I'll get in a minute what I think about a no re-entry policy, but I'm wondering if what this could stem from is there was a major fight that took place at Aquatica, which is SeaWorld's water park, on June 12th of this year. And here's a small clip of the fight that took place. Like I said, it was a major brawl that shut down the park that day. So I'm wondering if this no re-entry policy is a reaction to that, as we have seen a slew of theme park fights break out, it seemingly over the past few years. There was one in Knott's Berry Farm out in California. There's been multiple at Disney World. There was a major one in Disneyland. There have been a lot of these fights breaking out in theme parks in the last few years. But usually when these things happen, the reaction that the theme parks have, and a lot of them have done this, is they institute a rule saying if you're under 16 or 17 years old, that you have to be accompanied by an adult or a guardian, because it's not going to probably come as a shock here, but most of these fights, not all of them, mind you, but a lot of these fights, like this major fight in Aquatica and some of these other ones, involve, teenagers and younger people. Not all of them, mind you. There's plenty of adults acting like teenagers or worse in a lot of these instances. So I'm wondering if this is maybe a reaction to that, because the other thing that comes to mind, and I don't want to necessarily accuse them of this, is greed. Because if you can't leave the park, you're going to eat more food and drink, more drinks there and spend more money in the park when you can't either go to your car or back to your hotel or go get something to eat and come back. I definitely don't like this as a trend. I don't believe you're going to see other parks do this, because the reaction to this has not been well. Now, we have gone to SeaWorld a couple of times, and I can honestly say what was shocking about SeaWorld was, and people say Disney pricing is bad and Universal pricing is bad. I'm not going to argue that those places are cheap by any means, but the pricing at SeaWorld is on another level. The parking alone at SeaWorld, just general parking, was basically, I think it was $40. The food and drink in SeaWorld is much more expensive than you find at Disney World or Universal. I couldn't find the screenshot. I know I saw it on Twitter, but somebody had noted that at SeaWorld, on the food, a side salad, which is a very small salad, was $9.99. You're going to find most entree items, even at quick service, are well over $20. But just comparatively speaking, it's more expensive at SeaWorld than it is even at Disney World or Universal Studios. So I suppose that could be an idea for this. It's probably not going to come as a surprise. I think this is a terrible idea. I hate this as a parent. There's a lot of reasons why you may need to go back to your car or your hotel, and you should have every right to do that as a paying guest of a theme park and not be limited to, yet you can't come back in. What if there's an emergency? Like, not even outside of just being a parent. What if you just want to go chill out in your car for a minute and eat something, or you want to go back to the hotel? The fact that you wouldn't be able to come back in, I find ridiculous. And if they do continue this, I don't imagine this going very well for SeaWorld. just limiting in that way. Now they used to, I don't think they do anymore. They used to not let you bring outside food in as well, which again, I think is another rule that is not good. It's not going to help you get more people in the parks. Now, I guess one thing to note, this was going on while they were doing the pass holder previews, like I said in the article, for Penguin Trek roller coaster. I guess perhaps that could be an issue or a reason for this. Now, I don't know why a pass holder preview for a new ride would require you to implement a no reentry policy. But either way, as of right now, it seems that this is the policy over at SeaWorld. And I don't think this will happen, but let's hope this doesn't try to spread to other theme parks, because I think this is a terrible idea. And this is one of those where let's just shut this down now and not let this idea perhaps spread, as in terms of it's just a bad idea in my opinion. Anytime you limit guests' ability to just do simple things as go to your car, or what if you forgot something, stuff like that. So that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of Universal Studios, Disney World, Epic Universe, and pop culture news around here. And let us know in the comments what you think about this. Do you think there's a good reason to have a no re-entry policy, or do you agree with me and think it's rather ridiculous, and hopefully this does not spread to other places as well? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.